Sorry. I was doing a channel read on the First Lady Michelle LaVaughn Robinson. Obama is a lawyer and a writer and the wife of the 44th and current um, President Barack Obama, um, which he's still running the government. Um, this video is for entertainment purposes, but use true discernment. This is a channel read. So becoming. What is so interesting is the book with Becoming was her memoir about her becoming, right? But who was she becoming? It wasn't just the first lady, okay? Now, what I see, I just talked to Google and asked them if she was born. There's conspiracy theory out there that she was actually born a male, which she was born a male. Okay, she was born a male. Um, So they would have been the first, she would have been the first transgender president in the United States. Yeah. So I want to show you an older picture of her and a newer picture of her. Um, and I want to know what age was it that she had the sex change because it's very interesting to me. Um, and they call themselves POTUS and FLOTUS. Okay. First met in 1989. So I wonder why they call themselves POTUS and FLOTUS. While they worked together at a Chicago-based law firm, Michelle, who was also a Harvard Law alumni, so she was a part of alumni. Okay, was assigned to be his mentor. Okay, so my thing is, how does a transgender woman become a, a part of alumni? Okay, you guys, I have nothing against transgender people. Nothing. Okay, but the truth needs to be told. Okay. Um, there was actually like an incident that just happened where a transgender girl went to a school in Tennessee. Um, and she committed a heinous act. Um, but it was very symbolic. Okay. Um, it was the number six. There were six people's lives that were taken. Six is symbolic for the beast. Three children and three adults. God rest their souls. Um, but when I look at becoming, it's like, and I remember getting her the book, and I never read the book. Um, and there is women out here that do look masculine, but this is different. Okay. Um, Obama knew he wouldn't get in office if he, um, I mean, they would get the transgender votes, the gay votes, but they're not going to get the the soccer mom votes. Okay, the conservative soccer mom votes. Okay, um, but Michelle will run or Barack will run. Okay, I really feel like in my heart it is Michelle. Um, um, it's crazy because in the photos they look like a happy couple because I'm going down the timeline and I feel like it's not real. It's a show. You know how you stage a movie and everybody's characters in the movie, okay? This is how I'm feeling. They're just characters in this movie. So conspiracy theorists, for whatever reason, my mother is a black woman. Um, and I see her coming in as a masculine. She was born a masculine. Now, becoming, when we look at the book of becoming, and I remember my mom was like, "Oh, I want this book. I want this book." You guys, when I got the book, I didn't even read the book. The reason why is because when I thought about becoming, it was like, okay, you're becoming what? Becoming of your transition as a man to a woman, or you're becoming, as far as you becoming the first transgender um, female wife's president. Okay. Um, she was born January 17th, 1964. I had to restart the video, you guys. My phone was already dead. It didn't even show me it was dead. It just died on me. Now, they have proof on TikTok that she was born a man. I did a video on Dylan Morrison. Um, she was one of the surviving victims of the Idaho 4 um, murder case because they were murdered. She was her and what's her name? Uh, is it Bethany? Bethany. Bethany Funk. Okay. My friends think I'm crazy. Like when I tell them this, they're like, "What? Like, how the? Oh my God, she's really a man?" Yes, she was born a man. I mean, how fathomable? I mean, the eyes are the keys to the soul. Now, I believe I'm hearing what's that reporter? She was murdered because of this. The old Jewish lady. Does anybody know her name? Is anybody on here? 444 o'clock. That old Jewish lady that was murdered. She was a what's her name? She's the one that kept talking about it. Okay, so people were curious. They're like, "Oh, was this really a man?" Um, yes, it was. Okay, yes, Michelle Obama was born a man. Okay, now I feel like her sex change was probably in her teenage years. Um, now Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers. Thank you, ancestors. Ooh, they're talking. Don't you love when the ancestors speak? The ancestors, the angels, thank you. And angels, thank you, ancestors. Don't you love when they speak? It was Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers, they took her ass out, okay? For speaking about this. Um, it was Joan Rivers. They said her name. Thank you, ancestors. So let me find Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers talked about this, and Joan Rivers was a comedian, um, American comedian. But I want to know how Joan Rivers knew. Okay. Now, Joan Rivers been around a lot of people in her life. Okay. She also was not just a comedian, she was a reporter. Okay. Now, Joan Rivers is saying talk. Okay. She's here. Okay. She's saying talk. So let's talk. She's making me laugh. Okay. Joan Rivers was born June 8th, 1933, in Brooklyn, New York. She died September 4th, 2014, in Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. Now she's showing me Manhattan, okay, the area of Manhattan. She's saying she did not die. She was injected with something, okay? Um, I don't know why I'm calling her Jewish. Was she Jewish? Because I feel like this wasn't her real last name. It wasn't her real last name. I was right. She's Polish, Jewish, I don't know, okay? She's making me laugh. She's saying Polish and she's saying Jewish, okay? So she was Jewish or Polish. I don't know, okay? That's not important. All I know is she was taken out, okay, because she kept talking about Michelle Obama being a man. Now, I did a video, and what's so interesting, I did a video on Idaho 4, and I said Dylan Morrison was actually born a boy. When I channel, I see what you come in as, okay? I don't see what you change as. I see what you come in as. The womb is a portal, and a lot of transgender women have or transgender men that become women, or the vice versa. Some transgender men become women. Um, they deal with a lot of emotional, um, because they don't know how to channel the masculine or the feminine energy, especially when they're young and they have a sex change. They don't know how to deal with this. This is why they need to pass a law saying that they cannot have a sex change until their mind is fully developed, until about 21 or even older than that, because these kids are getting sex changes. Somebody keeps sending me friend requests. They need to stay off my friend requests because I'm not accepting you guys. Thank you, ancestor. My ancestor said, hell no, don't accept them. But anyways, so Joan Rivers was murdered because um she came out and she was very adamant on talking about Michelle Obama being born a male. Okay. So Michelle Obama would be the first, and I'm kind of questioning Joan Rivers um when she was born, because I'm looking at pictures of her. She had a lot of surgeries done to her face, okay? She looks like, I'm looking at her pictures of her when she was younger and pictures of her now. She messed her face up, okay? Do not get Botox, women, okay? She's saying don't get Botox. Damn. But what's interesting is, Joan, were you born a man? Yo, this is deep. This shit is deep, you guys. I'm asking her if she was born a man. And she's laughing. Oh my god. I'm sorry, you guys. This is not funny. This is not funny. Okay, I have nothing against my daughter's gay. Okay, my oldest daughter. I have nothing against gay people or transgender. Um, but she's making me laugh. On the other side, she's on the other side, and I see her all dolled up. Okay, she's sitting in front of me. She's all dolled up, and she was like, how dare you? Like, you're asking me that? 4:51 on the clock. Okay. She's all dolled up like me? Like. So anyways, now she's showing me, and I keep seeing this with celebrities that are being taken out, is a syringe. Okay. So this is Michelle Obama that I'm talking about, but she keeps saying no, stay, let me and her talk, okay? Now I want to know how she found out, right? Because my question is, she's in the Holly Weirdos. She's saying she's laughing. She says she knows the secrets of the Hollywood. Okay, she's calling it Hollywood. I'm calling it Holly Weirdos. Okay. Okay, so now I wanted her death. She's saying don't get Botox. Okay, I'm not gonna get Botox. Okay. Now, what happened to Joan Rivers when she died? She's telling me to talk about this. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about it, Joan. I'm gonna acknowledge you. Okay. What caused Joan Rivers' death? A brain damage. Okay. So what happened was she went into cardiac arrest. She said she didn't go into cardiac arrest. She said she was overworked and she was stressed out. She did go into the hospital, Mount Sinai Hospital. I'm not even looking on here in Manhattan. Okay. She's okay, and they're saying brain damage due to lack of oxygen. Many questions remain about what exactly went wrong during what was supposed to be a routine procedure. Okay. So she went in, she's saying that she was sleep deprived. Okay, she was working too hard. This is what she's saying. And they pulled the oxygen. Okay, they pulled the oxygen. She said they pulled the oxygen. I'm sorry, you guys. They pulled the oxygen. This is not funny. Okay, they pulled the oxygen. So they need to go back in and revisit her death. Okay, I feel like her daughter, Melissa, is it Melissa? Yeah, Melissa. She's saying Melissa. Okay, Melissa, her daughter. I think this is her only child. She's showing me one child. Okay, Melissa's very spoiled, but she's saying Melissa was her best friend. So Melissa's watching this. Your mother's still watching over you. Um, this was not accidental. This was purposely. And she's saying that Michelle had something to do with this and Barack Obama, um, because she came out. So I want to show you what becoming. The definition of becoming is becoming. I don't know if they're going to show my first video, but becoming. But she's saying that they took the oxygen and there was an injection. I keep seeing these kind of injections. I don't know what kind of damn injections they're using because I'm seeing the syringe. But she's talking about, okay, so becoming. So I'm going back to becoming. Okay, I will come back to you, Joan. Okay, so becoming is so you look at the definition of becoming, it's becoming. Oh, they ain't talking becoming. Okay. Oh. Okay, so becoming is if you look at the definition, it's a process of coming to becoming something or passing into a state. Okay, a series of poems, sketches of a state of becoming. So the memoir of Michelle becoming was a memoir of her becoming who she is today, the man that became the woman, okay, and the things that she had to deal with. and her becoming the first transgender wife's president of the wife of the president of the United States. Okay. So what is the word becoming? So it refines their values and rethinks their priorities to prepare transformation of their new roles. Did you guys get that? Transformation of their new roles. Okay. And also, I didn't know it was also in the biblical sense. There's a Bible meaning of it. I didn't know that. Um, so if you look up becoming definition, it's becoming definition that suits or gives a pleasing effect or attracts appearances as to a person or a thing, a becoming dress, a becoming hairdo, or more. Okay. Now I want to go to Joan Rivers because there's a conspiracy out here. Joan Rivers video on Michelle Obama. Joan Rivers video on Michelle Obama. Now they don't want to do it. Joan Rivers. Okay, so let's go to Joan. She's telling me to show her video. So let me show her video. But she was murdered because she outed. And I do see Michelle Obama coming in as a masculine. Now, what happens in our past lives, we could be masculine or feminine. And now and there's also people that are Hermaphrodites. How do you say the ancestors? Hermaphrodites. They have both sexes. Okay. Okay. Jones River video. Hold on, guys. I'm getting there. So people come in with both sexes, and it's very um where they have male parts and feminine parts. But that's not what Michelle came in. Michelle was born a male. Um, Mr. Obama, Mrs. Obama is a trans woman. She's right. She was trans. I feel like the transition happened in her teenage years. I feel like she was open to Barack Obama about it. He knew about it. He still knows about it. Um, and he still ran. But the reason why they didn't tell the soccer moms, because the soccer moms wouldn't have voted. Okay, I'm hearing soccer moms. Yes, they needed the soccer moms. So here's a video. Don't you feel ashamed of yourself that you're calling the I went and look out, look at my passport, look out, all continental, look out, all hell, look out, 3 seconds in a record. Go on, no, she was a okay. So she's talking about how she was trying to. Okay, Joan Rivers is flamboyant. Okay, even in the spiritual realm, she is. Okay. Now, uh, she was born a masculine. She was born a boy. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. Yes, it's the truth. Okay. Joan Rivers was telling the truth. Okay. Um. Now, was she saying it in a? No, I don't, my darling. I was just hold it, mister. I was given a boarding pass with the wrong. Okay, she was right. Now, I'm trying to ask Joan how she knew. Hold on, you guys. She's saying she just knows. Okay, so what I'm seeing is there's a lot of celebrities that were born masculine, um, but they had the sex changes. Touch on this topic um, with Dylan Morrison, the Idaho 4 murders. Dylan Morrison was not born a girl; she was born a female. You guys, I got so much backlash. And I was like being honest. And some guy came on here, some guy that's supposed to be her friend. He wants to be her friend, but saying the truth, what I was saying was the truth. That he validated what I was saying. Okay. Um, but my thing is, if you're an alumni, you have to disclose that information, I guess. I don't know. Um, but they're not going to say, oh, this is Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, and she was born a male and she's transgender. Okay, they're not going to say that. Okay, because he would have never won the presidency because the conservatives. Okay, but he needed the conservative votes, and also he was a black um, man. Okay. So it was even harder for him to even win the election. Okay. So that was on the hush hush. Okay. So basically the movie Becoming was her a becoming a female, her becoming a female in office. Okay. What she had to show to the world. Okay. Um, but they will be back. They're already in office. Okay. They're running this government as we speak. Barack Obama. Okay. Bin Laden. Jesus. Um, Bin Biden. Um, Biden. You break his name down. Biden. Um, I don't know. Cloning needs to do a better job. That's all I gotta say. Now we're gonna look at Barack. Okay. It's interesting because Barack Obama um will be running, but this time it won't be like the first time he ran. Okay, this is gonna be totally different. The reason why is because he made a lot of promises that he did not keep. Okay. Um so and I feel like there was an attempt on his life multiple times. And Michelle did not carry her two children. Somebody else carried them for her because she couldn't carry. This is another thing with trans women; they can't carry. We have wombs, so they're trying to strip our identity as a woman. Okay, because they can't be the woman. They can't carry like we can carry. They can't do the things that we can do. You can change the body, but you can't change the full body. Okay. But Joan Rivers came out and said that so there's a conspiracy theory going around that she was born a male and she was born a male. Okay, just like Dylan Morrison was born a male, she was born a male. Okay, and I'm going to say for entertainment purposes, but use discernment. Okay, but they're coming back. Okay, now she's going to make an announcement soon. She's strategic. I see her they're like, she said she would never run because people asked her this. They said, "Will you run?" She said, "Oh no, I won't run." Um, but that family is coming back into the office. They will try to run. Now, will they get the African American votes? Will they get the Hispanic votes? They're not going to get the Hispanic votes as much, and I don't even believe they're going to get the black votes. The next president, I feel in my heart, will be Trump if he doesn't get arrested because I see the CIA just coming for him, and he's like, "I'm saved. I'm different." Hi, Dylan. Yeah, Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers. I'm starting to believe if Joan Rivers was a man herself. And when I said it, she looked at me like, Joan Rivers looked at me like, don't even try me. Okay. But I'm trying you. Okay. In the metaphysical, Joan's like, don't even try it. Okay. But I'm going to end this video. But Michelle Obama will be back into office. Um, Now, she's going to announce it or Barack, either or, because he's already running the government. It's a shadow government. Um, it's crazy that I'm seeing this. Um, but she will. They're waiting for the right moment to make that announcement. Okay, but they will make that announcement. I see the end of the summer or sometime in the summer. Um, the month I'm seeing is maybe September or August or even before that. Okay. So if I'm right, we will come back on here. Now, Bob, I'm sorry, Bob Lee, um, I was asked if he was a sacrifice for the Illuminati. Um, I did a read on him. Um, I did a read on him, and I'm going to say one more time. This video is for entertainment purposes, but use discernment. But the Obamas will try to come back into office. Barack Obama is already running the government, but Michelle will try to run. And yes, she was born a male. She was not born a female. Okay. Um, but Bob Lee, I did a video on him, and the way his life was supposed to go did not go that way. There was spiritual law broken. Okay. Um, I'm not going to go deep into it. Um, this man was not. This man was taken out. Okay, like Joan Rivers was taken out. Okay. Um, she had me laughing, you guys. She's still the same person in the spiritual realm. Okay. All dialed up and stuff. Um, I feel like Bob Lee, because I'm bringing Bob Lee's coming to my attention here. I did 2 videos on him. The way the money was going, the banking system as we know it, um, Bob Lee did not like the way it was going. Okay, it was a cashless system. Okay, cashless. So you take that as that resonates. Okay, all right. Um, I believe the Bronx called her Michelle 2 or 3 times on TV. Michael, yes. I think his name when he was born was Michael. I think it was Michael Roberts. I think that was his birth name, but he was born a male. He was not born a female. Okay. All right. This is Jennifer Phillips, you guys. This is my read that I got on um, the lady that we know as Michelle Obama. Um, but really is Michael Roberts. I'm here. Roberts, Michael Roberts, is actually was born a male. Um, she will come. They will try to come back into office. Obama's already running. He's behind the veil. So what I'm saying behind the veil is he's running this ghost government. Okay. Um, but they will try to come back into office. Okay. And it was Joan Rivers that exposed it. But there's a lot of um, people that in Hollywood that 35, 33. Um, yeah, she commented that Michelle was transgender. Yes, she was. Michelle is. And that's why Joan Rivers was murdered. Okay. Joan Rivers was murdered. She's sitting in front of me right now. Okay. She's flamboyant in the metaphysical. Okay, the spiritual realm. She's the same person. She's all dialed up. She just said, "Don't get Botox." I'm sorry, you guys. She said, "Don't get Botox." Okay, she's making me laugh. She said, "Don't get Botox." Okay, she got a lot of Botox done, and she regrets it. Um, but she was strong. I see like this iron woman in front of me. And I said she's Jewish, but she's like, I'm Jewish or Polish or something like that. Because her real name, that her stage name wasn't her birth name. And I did Google it while I was on the live with you guys. It wasn't. But she's like, don't get Botox. um, but she was right. And she died for that. Okay, she died for speaking her truth. She's flamboyant in the spiritual realm. Okay, and she's proud of her daughter because her daughter did investigation because she was murdered. She said she was sleep deprived, but she said that there was an injection and they pulled something. I guess she was on oxygen or something and they pulled it. Okay. It was like a hit. Yeah, a hit. Because she kept talking about Michael Rogers. Okay. I'm here, Michael Rogers. Let me Google Michael Rogers and see what pops up. Because that's what I'm hearing, Michael Rogers. Okay. See, when I see you as you come in. I don't see like if you change your sexes, that's not what I see you. When I pull your energy, when I do my reads, my channeling, I see you what you came in the mother's womb. Okay. Now, some of our past lives, our sexes was changed. So if you are transgender and you feel like you come in and you feel like um what's wrong with my body is because you're remembering your past life. That does happen, okay? It doesn't happen often, but it does happen, okay? Because in different lives, we can change different lives that we lived. We could have been the opposite sex. We could have been masculine, we could have been feminine, okay? But what I see in front of me as Michelle Obama is actual Michael Roberts, and he was born a masculine that transgendered over to a woman. Okay. And Joan Rivers was right. And she was murdered for that. Okay. So let's look at Michael Roberts. And then I'm going to end this live. And I feel like more people know about this, but they just won't speak about it. Because if they do, um, so here's pictures of on TikTok. Um, of Michael Roberts as a man. If you go on TikToks, you will see, and if you go when she was a child, I believe the complete transition was in her teenage years. These pictures that they're showing are um photo opt, whatever they want to call it. Um, so this is very interesting. Her brother knows, her mother knows. This is the biggest secret. This would destroy everything about them, Michelle, because she wasn't honest. But Brock knows, everybody knows that she was born a boy. But I feel like the transition happened for her completely in her teenage years. Okay. But if you see pictures of her when she was young, I don't know who baby that was. Okay. So I don't know. But her mother, of course, knows the mother had the boy. The brother knows it was a boy. But she always wanted to be a girl. Okay. All right, you guys, this is the channel read that I got on Michelle Obama. You can use this. This was for entertainment purposes, but we are using true discernment out here, and they will try to come back into office. And Brock is actually behind the veil, so he's running the government. Okay, all right, you guys. This is Jennifer Felix. Hit the like button, comment, and share. All right, you guys. Light and love, my beautiful souls.